Hi, I'm Seamless. I'm Seamless. Oh god, today's Wednesday, and it's time for a track from scratch. Don't have a camera. Don't want to turn my lights on. It's dark in here. Don't want to have a camera, so I'm not having a camera. Hopefully, everything is fine. This is like the second or third time I'm trying this. Everyone in the chat is pressing F to pay their respects, so that's good. Thank you for that. I like that. It makes me feel good. Anyway. As I said, the last time I tried to start and record this, I actually did do research ahead of time, which means I have a fair amount of ideas of things that I need to be doing to change this for the better. But I'm still going to play it the way it is now because it's a matter of record, and we all need to know where things were so that we can tell where things are going. So here we go. It's kind of loud. I'm going to play it in 3, 2, 1.
Glory be to the modulators of the universe. We must all modulate our lives. The spectrum of our souls must change, so that we may all record a modulator. I'm recording a modulator. This is my modulator.
Okay. That's where we're at right now. And right off the bat, there's just a whole bunch of stuff I need to change. And actually, what's funny is that until today, I actually haven't listened to this at full volume since like the 6th one, I think. I don't really remember when, but it has been a while. And I listened to it at full volume, and just a whole bunch of stuff pops out to me that I really don't notice now because I'm not listening to it at full volume. If you didn't know, I don't actually monitor the mix at full volume when I stream because I have a mic and open air and I'm not using headphones. So that actually is it would be a bad deal. So I'm gonna just do this now at full volume for a bit and actually do some changes to stuff because some stuff needs some changes. A lot of things that actually sound like good ideas at 20% don't really work at like higher than that. So let's get to it. So that, I mean, I'm not 100% on what the kick is doing. I might not even use this kick, and by this kick, I mean this entire universe I've created as patcher by the time the track is done. But I've been when I was messing with this, I was looking at people's comments in the chat, and it was very interesting to see people's reactions to stuff. Like a lot of people saying like it needs more sub, and that's kind of a weird thing to say, just because my first. Well, there's a lot of sub, and people like are even saying that, oh, I can see the sub in the thing, and like, why isn't that there? And that's just the nature of hardstyle kicks, honestly. And although, you know, having said that, you could probably go and find plenty of hardstyle songs that have like a lot of very obvious punch, mostly associated with more normal like dance genres. But from my understanding of like the hardstyle stuff, and keep in mind, I'm trying to model this off after like honestly pretty old hardstyle. Like 2008-ish kind of stuff. And in fact, one of the things that struck me as odd about the genre the first time I ever heard it was how there just didn't seem to be any bass. And as it happens, there is totally bass. There's bass there. It's just that the punch isn't there. There's a different kind of punch. The whole just fucking different thing is about how this kick works. And like the way that the punch works is not even close to how a normal kick works. And that means that the way that you feel it is not even close to how a normal kick works, and so it makes you feel like there's nothing there, when there's actually is a lot more there than usual. It's very honestly very interesting, but it also makes it really hard to take anybody's advice on anything, because everyone just has like diametrically opposed ideas about how stuff is supposed to sound. It's very interesting. Yeah. Anyway, I also fucked off with that reverb idea, and on the lead, it sounded pretty okay when I was doing it at low volumes, but at high volumes, it's just like, what is happening? What is this cacophony? It's stupid in the mids, and that's what that was like. So, it's let's just go on with that. So, and now it's funny. Like last time I worked so much on like this intro, having that come together, which hasn't really yet, but it's just there. So much so that like how everything is balanced now doesn't make any sense during this melodic part. None of the synths come in right, and it's just. But I'm a little more confident with this concept. I should save this project. Let's do that. Although it's been auto-saving every so often, like right, and that's what happens when you see it sort of freeze every now and then. There's that. And now the chat's telling me to retable my burps. I've actually tried doing that. It is not as effective as you'd think. I'm gonna leave that alone for a bit, and I'm actually gonna focus on this melodic part. So of all the synths we've got going on, there's actually quite a bit of layering. And part of that layer is the secondary bit here. Gives us that idea. A lot of this felt right once upon a time, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense anymore. In fact, I might just fuck off with all of this and just do a whole new like synth to come in here, because these are pretty present during the build-up, and that kind of just. I'm recording a modulator. This is my modulator. Also, you want to know something fun? There's not a single bit of sidechaining happening in this track. I haven't sidechained a single fucking thing. And to be honest, I don't even know what I would sidechain to. There's some higher frequency stuff I think I might want to sidechain. But if I ever do any sidechaining, it's going to be very deliberate and very specific things, as opposed to what I'm used to doing, which is just sidechaining everything all at once. And it's mostly because there's not a lot of, there's actually, as much as it feels like there's a whole bunch of shit happening, there's not that much conflict. All the conflict is pretty much in the highs. The lows and the mids, especially during sections like this, are basically entirely taken up with the kick. Oh, I just love it. People in the chat just being like, "Oh, sounds needs more." Someone earlier said that the kick needed more tone, and not that I assume that every single person has seen every video I've ever done, but I did a video about stuff I called buzzwords, and that's one of those buzzwords. Because what the hell does that mean? I mean, you know what it means. You have an idea of exactly what that means, but your ability to communicate that to me needs to be applied differently than just saying the word tone. Because like especially for this kind of stuff, I definitely am open to suggestions. I have been this entire time. Like some people on YouTube have even like given me pretty detailed like descriptions of how things happen and their ideas about things, and I applaud them doing it, even if they're doing it under the guise telling me I suck at what I'm doing. As long as it's constructive, I'm cool with that. I'm totally down with this idea. It's just that doesn't happen very often in terms of people, you know, using words. More melodic. The thing is a note. It's already a note. That's why I had this progression happening. That's what's that. See, I mean, you probably didn't mean precisely that, or maybe you did. I'm not totally sure. That's what is the problem we're having here. And it's not really that I expect people to just never do that, because I do that. I use the words because for a lot of stuff, it's just how you're going to explain certain things. It makes communication hard, is all there is to that. But I'm going to leave the kick alone for a bit, and I'm going to mess with other stuff, like this progression. I also want to change up the progression. Like right now, it's still just doing what it's been doing. And I mean, the progression itself is fine, but like the lead and kind of what that's going on up there, that can get moved around a bit. So let's design a new synth. Someone in the chat just said the kick needs more crisp. Slap some sound goodizer on the kick. You know, you joke about that, but for a lot of like my older metal works, if you're using Superior Drummer and you use like the basic metal, like the first Metal Foundry kick, and you put sound goodizer on that, it sounds basically perfect. It's like they designed that particular sound goodizer patch to work with metal kicks. And it's a little funny. I'm gonna use Serum for this because I haven't for this purpose. And I feel like it would actually do pretty good. It's already on mono. Oh, I must have saved it with the mono. This isn't the default, regular default. Neat. So how does the Superstars work on this? So we have the unison over here. This works. I love monophonic stuff. This is fun to dick around a keyboard. Serum looks so small. Yeah, that's because it's on my monitor, which is very large. 4K, you know, 3840 by 2160. This is this native resolution. I can actually make it. Let's see, make bridged, and then it should. Maybe it's already good. Did you do it? Nope. And there's a DPI aware thing. There it is. Do I need to restart it? External window, what does that do? Does that do the thing? No. So not external window. Reload plugin. Okay, there's totally a way to do this. So it's bridged. Maybe it needs to be external. DPI aware requires reloading. Okay, reload. Huh. That's weird. Maybe it's because it's in. I made this work with other things. I don't tend to like doing it though, just because it usually just ignored all those settings. Maybe it doesn't work in Patcher. Whatever. Anyway, it's a problem. But yeah, let's do this. I always thought it was weird that the width setting is in like this global menu, which says it's a global menu, but it strikes me more as like a weird advanced properties kind of thing. All right, let's do a little warp change and add sync change it. That might be a bit hardcore. Or if I wanted to be extra fun, I could come in here. FM from B. It's linear? Why would it be linear? Oh my god. So it's a straight line from one side of the voice to the other. Ah, it's kind of dumb. It's kind of lopsided. Huh. Weird. Now, do I want to just destroy this? Yes, that's the word I want to use. It's probably gonna be loud as shit. I don't actually think I'm going to use this melody, but I'm going to take it just so I can hear what it sounds like with this new sound. I mean, I'm going to use a version of it, but it's going to variate. Hello? Ah, autosave. There you go. There's a fun phase setting here. Is this one? Where it'll restart the phase from where I left off on every other note, which for when the note plays, it doesn't really matter. But if I were to like play a whole bunch of notes back to back, it would actually play more or less like one note. It's pretty interesting. That's kind of fun. Do I want to try and do? Because there's a fun reverb filter in here. That's not really a reverb, not really a filter, but it does some interesting things. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's because it's sub, isn't it? Yeah, I guess I gotta do that in post. Okay. Man, the shit does get stuck in your head, though. Do some messing around. Okay, I have an idea. Let's not do this the first time around. I'm the Matrix. Ha. And why does that switch around to that? It is still a monophonic mode, isn't it? That's a reason why that's not going to do anything. Okay, so that thing that just happened there is not going to be what ends up happening. But I actually wasn't paying attention, and I thought it was funny that that 1, 2, 3, 4 progression propped up. Someone in the chat goes, no reverb before distortion. And yeah, you know, we did just sort of just try that. It didn't really work out very well. The hell key am I in? F sharp? Okay, that explains a lot. If I just went straight to 3, I don't want to get too confusing. I should just come back down. So that's kind of like a resolution kind of thing. So okay, my plan was originally not to go back to just sort of go back to the second version of it, the thing that's happening over here. Go back to it, but actually starting with it and then do something different probably will be the smarter, safer plan, as opposed to trying to be clever. Okay. Let me listen to this with the progression beneath it. I can't select it normally for some reason. Where's that going down to? Let's go down to the 7, right? Yeah, the 7 and the 5, 7. Auto saving. Distort. Hold on. Put reverb on a send channel and distort on the channel I have the serum on. That's more or less what I'm doing. I have distortion that's going in the reverb with the mix halfway down. That's essentially like I'm confused. Unless you're talking about reverbing the undistorted serum, which I guess I could do, but it's not what I want to do. I get that has this weird sort of Disney vibe out of that one sound. If I just go straight down, it might be a bit much of a thing. I got more Disney. What am I doing? I'm not Danny Elfman. Ugh. Breaking everything as well. Well, okay, actually, I could change this too. Let's try that a bit. So starting on the 1, that's fine. Let's just go straight to the 6. That'll be what I do. Oh boy. Yeah. No? Wait. That's right. I'm F sharp. Remembering what key I'm in. Da 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 da. There we go. La 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 la. I mean, all that's basically the same, but really just putting this in here will kind of help. The reharmonization of the regular. I was kind of relying on the reharmonization initially to make that carry that, but it wasn't enough. That would kind of completely change the direction of the progression if I were to do that. This isn't the rhythm I'm going to use. I'm just trying to figure out the notes. Oh, this is some kind of dubstep all over again. So what the hell was I doing? So this is a 6, and then I can come back down. Goes it a 5? Oh, that worked out way better than I thought it would. Okay. Yeah. Fucking, okay, whatever. Just fuck it off with the progression. That's what's happening right now. Am I in thirds right now? Trying to figure out what the swing is. That's right, I'm not zoomed in far enough because I saved this with the time base super low. There it is. All right. Let's not get too. I could just do straight. Actually, I don't think I can. If I did. Yeah, but then if I leaned over a bit. It's not the one I need to lean over. I need to lean over. That's what I'm trying to do. Well, that's in here. Someone in the chat recommends I put this in the progression in the same channel and then use ghost notes. That's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna do that. What the hell channel are you in? Patcher number 2. Patcher number 2. Do I need to come back in here? Did I copy it? I did. Awesome. Now it's auto-saving. Someone in the chat asks if I ever get tired of listening to my own shit, and sometimes. Although you do it long enough, you just sort of, you get good at being able to handle it, you know, even if you would initially be annoyed by it. You basically gain a lot of patience. Let's just say that. Real major in here. I did notice a tremendous amount of sort of the neoclassical bent in a lot of the hardstyle that I had experimented by referencing. Oh yeah, I forgot I did that. Do I want to try to do anything interesting with this here? Basically the same progression as this, just down there. Whatever. I mean, I don't do nearly enough of that sort of cadential 6/4 bullshit in my regular stuff, so why not do that in this hardstyle stuff? Go full syncopation, full dead mouse. BT likes to joke that dead mouse invented eighth notes, and I find that to be a funny joke. I have no like theoretical reason to have done what I just did there to make and to think that that wouldn't have worked, except triplets. So that's interesting. So that this is basically replacing every lead that's happening up here. But I do want to kind of include what this guy's doing, so that these are sort of doubling up on each other, to give it like more sort of urgency, I guess, because like right now it's just like on the chord, it's burnt, which is someone in the chat just said, "Can't say I've heard triplets in hardstyle," which I'm assuming is just the height of sarcasm, because I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm confusing hardstyle with a genre of music called, or maybe it's a genre of dance called jumpin'. I don't fucking know. There's a lot of weird genres I don't know about. There's a lot of regular genres I don't know about. Derplets. I'm into that. I'm into derplets. Just for shits, let's see what this sounds like just by itself. Although, I do realize that this isn't actually linked to anything. Not that it needs to be, because I'm not sidechaining anything. Could just go right to the master, and no one would care. What the shittles? Oh god. The CPU. I forgot about the CPU. Okay, well, going back. Going back to, 24. The following takes place over the course of 24 hours. Jump style? Of course it's called jump style. Oh yeah, shit, this is gotta change. It's the same thing twice, right? So I'm just gonna take the bottoms and just bring them in here. I don't really care about preserving this. I'm basically just ruining everything I've already done for this drop. That's okay. That's super low. Now that's a kick. That's some hardcore right there. Forget synth leads, just use a kick lead. That got low. Speaking of getting low, did y'all hear that Two Fingers Noisier collab? That was the shit. That was seriously the shit. Is this just not the exact same thing that was already in here? What? I could have sworn stuff changed. That's because it's in the same project and thing, and I didn't copy the right bottom. Okay. That's, yeah. All right. Organization. You know, sometimes I make FL look bad by just not having organizational tendencies, and people think it's FL's fault. It's not FL's fault. It's my fault. See, this isn't so low that it would sound terrible. So I think I'll keep it low the first time and then go high the second time. That'll work. So you're thinking I'm using a sampler for doing this, and I'm not. It got a little weird at the end there. The timing could have been handled better. This also sounds not having heard the other version of it with the busy end over here. This actually starts to sound kind of weird the way this is. I think it's because it's too short. These notes. Let's make them longer. Oh yeah, this is as far as I could zoom in. That's apparently the end of the part, but I want to fix this. What if I just do doubles? This could be another triplet, but whatever. With this pitching, it's pitching the whole kick. Is say the tail part. No, it's not. I have it separated. The talk is its own deal, and it is not changing pitch. Just because it's all in one note doesn't mean it's all one thing. Yeah, so the smart thing to do would be to bring this in here, so that the syncopation kind of reset. Like that. It's probably better. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Now let's listen to this at full volume for a second, just so I can sort of see what it mixes like. Which, of course, won't be news for any of you guys, but it will be news for me. Ah. Whoa. What? I did nothing. And they just vanished. That's the best. And it didn't even register as a okay, there it is. What the hell did I think I was doing? Jeez. Yeah. So rhythm shit will happen at some point, but that didn't really work. There. Did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Function, please. This is the same pattern, and it? No, it's not good. Okay. So I like where this is going with this. And that other it did. I don't know. Anyway, we're like way over for what's supposed to have been the first half of this part that we're doing right now. Anyway, so yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, if you have any questions about this, please let me know. And as usual, have a nice day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And see you in the next part.